What's up, everyone? In this video I'm just going to be talking about the future of Deadlock and where I see the game in the next year, 2 years, 6 months. I'm going to give like a little where would you be in 5 years type of video. So I think as of right now, currently the game is in a very interesting state because it's so new that no one really, the real answer to all these questions is no one actually knows where it will be. So it's all just speculation. So speculation is the start of potential. So I'm gonna speculate where I think it's gonna be. But before that, I'm gonna talk about where it is right now. And so right now, I definitely think it's in a very interesting spot because there hasn't been any new characters, and that's very unique for a MOBA. Like, just look at any other MOBA, Dota, League of Legends. Like, there's 100+ characters. Every game is so different because of how much variety there is in characters. And like in Deadlock, there needs to be 12 characters in every game, and there's 20 characters. So like, there's almost an Abrams every game. Like, you see the same characters every game, and especially in Abrams, like, I know exactly how Abrams is going to play every game. There's no uniqueness to that character. But like, let's say a Viscous, you can build anything on Viscous. You can build Punch, you can build Spirit on Splatter, you can build a Cube support build, you could do an ultimate build. Like, Viscous you can truly build anything on. So like, I think that's peak character design in Deadlock is characters like Viscous, characters like, I think Vindicta is super well made as well because you can build Gun, you can build Spirit, any of these characters that you can build multiple paths on. And like, I think that's why the game is still doing well, is there's a lot of uniqueness in the cast right now. Some of these characters have a lot of uniqueness, but I'm sitting here with like 600 games played, 600 plus, and like, I've played every character. I know the characters I like. I'm bored. Like, I don't know who to, like, I'm just going back to the characters that I go back to playing Shiv, Warden, and Wraith, like the 3 characters I like, which is kind of how hero shooters go. But the point I'm trying to make is it's boring. They need to add new characters, and so I think Hero Labs was a very good step, but it's been in the game for a couple months now, and none of these characters have been added. Like, why are we, like, I don't even touch Hero Labs anymore. Like, it was a novelty when it first came out. It was fun to try these new characters, and then it's like, oh, I just want to play the game. I don't want to queue into this mode and then not get a new hero and then have everyone else throw, or I throw because I don't want to. I'm not trying to play Abrams in Hero Labs. Like, I want to play the weird lizard man and slide around. Like, that's a crazy cool hero design. Like, very unique. And I just think in a year from now, when the game probably gets a full release, they're probably going to double the hero cast, and there's going to be like 50+ heroes, and it's going to feel new and refreshing, because as of right now, it's a little stale in the hero selection. And that's what games like, that's what all these MOBAs thrive on, is how unique the games can be because of the heroes. And obviously at the high end, everyone understands how to play every character and how every character is played, so it's a little bit of a nuanced opinion to be like, it brings in a bunch of uniqueness, but it really does. It's very boring to see the same characters every game and the same builds every game. Like, I don't know. I don't want to play the game as much as I used to, and every game I play just feels like teammates getting mad at each other and blaming each other. Like, I don't know. It's interesting, the whole paradox of the teammate blaming because, oh, we're losing, it can't be my fault. It has to be someone else. It's an interesting phenomenon in every video game I've ever played, and it makes you think what they're like outside of video games. That's what I always go back to. It's like, huh, you do it in a video game, you probably do it in real life. You'll probably blame everyone else for their problems, and they can never take accountability, so it's interesting. I definitely think it reflects on them a lot, but it's everyone watching this video can relate to this. Like, it's damn near every game you lose, there's someone blaming someone else. They're making some excuse, and like there's an infinite number of excuses. You can always blame the guy that's 0 and 10 on your team. That's very easy to do, but it doesn't make it true. Because there's always little things you can improve on. If you truly aren't in the rank you were meant to be in, you wouldn't be in it. That's kind of how ranked works. So, a little tangent there, but what I was saying about the game in 6 months is I definitely think it has a lot of potential to have. I think one thing they're going to change is the map's probably going to look a little bit, probably a lot different. And there's going to be a lot of new characters, which is something they really just desperately need. Like, they got to start releasing these Hero Labs characters. Like, people are getting boring. The competitive scene is boring because it's the same characters banned every game. It's the same characters played every game. Like, watch any tournament.
You got bridge buffs.
Paradox will be banned. Mirage will be banned. And then if there's like a very good one trick, or like not even a one trick, if someone's very good on a hero, that hero might be like priority banned. Like, they might ban a Viscus or a Pocket, depending on if they're playing Ido or Goober. So, it's kind of boring to watch. Like, I used to enjoy watching these tournament matches, and then it's like, oh, it's the same thing every game. Let's ban Paradox. Like, I can tell you the meta right now. It's one team bans Paradox, the other team will ban, like, either if they have first pick, they'll probably go for Mirage if they can get him, or they're going to ban Mirage if they don't have first pick. So, like, it's very, very boring. Like, the first pick is always, if Mirage is on the table, it's always Mirage. And then it's Warden, and then, like, Ivy. It depends. Maybe not Ivy. I'm trying to think. It's Geist a lot, too. I mean, it does depend a little bit on who the people play, but I don't know. They're very similar. Like, watch any draft. Like, watch 10 drafts for a tournament. It's almost the same picks every time in the same order. And like that is just a lack of hero pool, and that is something that's being that we all thought was going to be worked on in the Hero Labs, which is why I was very excited. I'm like, oh, they're gonna add 7 new characters to Hero Labs. Okay, cool. They're probably gonna add them in a month or 2 months. Like, Holiday feels ready. Like, if you ever played Holiday, like, what about that character doesn't feel ready?
I see Vindicta.
Who knows? Who knows? And it's not like it's a small indie company. Like, it's Valve, and like they know the potential this game has more than anyone else. And you could see that when the NDA was released and the game sprouted onto the scene. Like, no other game as an alpha has ever done that outside of like Overwatch. And Overwatch didn't allow. Overwatch did it when the game was released. They didn't allow you to play the game like we are now. Like, I forget it's an alpha. Like, it feels like a fully fledged game. But they still are working on a lot of stuff, and I definitely think there are some problems. I think the game lacks objectives. And there are times where if there's no urn or there's no boss, it's like mid-boss, it's like, alright, we just wait. Which, like, I don't feel is healthy for a game, and I think it really hurts. It just hurts the overall player enjoyment to be like, alright, the best play. Like, a big problem if you ever played Overwatch 5v5 and you play tank, one of the biggest problems with tank is 9 times out of 10 the best play was to do nothing and just not die. And so that when that becomes the gameplay loop in your game, it's not good. Like, there's a lot of times where if there's no objectives, the best thing to do is just not die. And that's not a good gameplay loop. That's not being proactive. That's just sitting on a wave. Like, that's just sitting on a wave with 3 people waiting for someone to farm it, and then you just all jump on them. And like, that is a little bit about how MOBAs work, but I don't know. When the best play is to do nothing, like the best play is to I'm gonna have our Lady Geist throw bombs on all the waves and just run away. That's not a good gameplay loop. That's not how you want a MOBA to be. But we will see. Only time will tell. Like, you truly can't know what's going to happen because
You know, I'm not gonna
maybe
lie,
I'll start a
I told
little
my
series where I
grandpa to sit in
predict
the living
patches
room and
before
wait
they
for my mom
happen,
to
and
pick
just
her up,
be
but,
like, you'll see
I
how
was
wrong
thinking this
I
game
will
was gonna
be
be over
because
by now.
no one would have guessed that one urn change when they moved
She's
it to the
just
middle.
sitting in
Like,
there right now.
what? And that urn change was awful. That was a horrible change. But that's why we're playtesters. Like, you forget that, like, the only reason they're letting us play is to get data from our games, like to understand what people like, and like we're 30,000 playtesters, which is interesting. But
Lashes on the roof.
yeah, we will see. Maybe that might be interesting actually, like predicting patch notes. If you want to see that, leave a comment. I might just do it though. But yeah. We will see where this game goes. I definitely think in a year, I think the game will probably get released in around a year. But like, who knows? Like, maybe they take it out of a invite-only playtest, and it becomes you can just download it. And then like, what's really the difference between that and a released game? Like, and it might be an alpha, but like, I don't know. Like, I already don't view it as an alpha, which is so interesting. Like, go play Off the Grid, which is like a real alpha, like pre-release game. Like, that game feels awful. The game feels like crap. So,
Purple about to get fucked.
I don't know. We will see where this game goes. I definitely think in a year from now we could look back on this video and be like, wow, I was correct on everything. I've never been wrong a day in my life, so we'll see what happens, everyone. Thank you for watching.